Hello, it's Mr Spracklen here. Welcome to the Inspire to Learn Virtual School Video Archive. This is where we keep all the footage from virtual school from the last few months. And from Monday the 25th of May through to Wednesday the 3rd of June, we're going to be replaying you some of our favourite whole school assemblies. And today, we've got a real treat for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe it's not too late. Together we can change the world. Lay the puzzle pieces out, find out what it's all about. Together we can change the world. Can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Tell us where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. With our hands and with our hearts, we can dance to make a start. Together we can change the world. What if we spoke with one voice, knowing that we have a choice? Together we can change the world. Can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Tell us where it's been charted, roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. Change your mind and change your life. Set aside your fear and strife. Together we can change the world. When we open up our eyes and we start to realize, together we can change the world. Can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world.
Hello everyone and welcome to Assembly Time. I can see that our guest is waiting. I can see you waving and saying hello, so we'll see you in a moment. Just listening to Together We Can Change the World. Back from 2018, our year 4s recorded this single. I'll let them finish before we continue.
Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world.
If you're watching this morning, do say hello.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Put a comment in the
6,
comments
7, 8.
box.
I believe it's not too late. Together we can change the world.
It's always nice to start our assembly with a spot of singing, and it's great to see lots of people joining us online this morning. It may be a bit wet outside, but there's certainly lots of sunshine here in our virtual school. And I'm very excited to say that we've got a guest joining us this morning. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to be with you.
How lovely to see you. We managed to get through the technical challenges there, and it's great to see you. Would you like to introduce yourself and let us know who you are and where you've come from?
Of course, yeah. My name's Mary and I work at Dorchester Library, and I do a lot of the work with children there, so a lot of you hopefully will recognise me. And I've certainly been to Prince of Wales School quite a few times, and I think the last time I came was for the opening of your fabulous library when Dr David Solomons was there, so that was really good. And I brought Bookstart Bear with me then.
I was going to say, you had a large bear with you last time we saw each other.
I did, yeah. He's not with me today, unfortunately, but yes, I did.
Some of our preschoolers have just had some of the Bookstart resources delivered to them over the last couple of days, actually. We found some spares that we had, so some of our children have been benefiting those during this lockdown period as well. And I know a lot of people have been enjoying a good book or two, and I think you've got something to share with us this morning. Is that right?
Yes, yes. So I'm going to read you a story this morning. I wonder if any of you can guess what the story might be. I'll give you a few clues. The author, the writer of this story, we've got a couple of things at Dorchester Library that will give you a clue about what the book is. Just as you come into the entrance of Dorchester Library, and you make your way to the list. We've got some writing on the wall there, which is a bit from one of his books. And we also have something rather large in our children's library that would also give you a clue to this book. And I've got a couple of other clues. Let's see if anyone can guess what it is. So if I put this on and do a rather large bow, I can do a bow without having a mirror. Yes, there. And I put on my hat.
Oh.
Some of you might be able to guess. I was thinking before I put my hat on that my hair was looking rather like your wig you had on this morning when you were singing in the rain.
Yeah, so, we've got a few people saying hello this morning. We've got Laura Calloway saying hello, saying that she enjoyed the song and say she's looking forward to the guest. Hello from the Scott family, and Julia Nynham is saying hi to Mary.
Oh, hi Julia. Yeah, because Prince of Wales Preschool always come and see us every spring at the library, and luckily that visit happened just before we all went into lockdown, so it was really nice to see you at the library then. Right, are we ready? I wonder how many of you have guessed then what the story is and who the writer is. Hopefully some of you will have guessed that the story is The Cat in the Hat, and that the writer is Dr Seuss. And Dr Seuss wasn't his real name, that was the name he used when he was writing books. And he wrote a lot of books, and this one, The Cat in the Hat, was published in 1957, which is a long time ago. So I read this book when I was a little girl, and I read it to my sons when they were young in the 1980s, and lots of children still come into the library and enjoy The Cat in the Hat. And as you come into the library, the writing that is on the wall is one of his quotes, which is, the more that you read, the more things you will know, the more you learn, the more places you'll go. And also in the library, we have a big rug in the children's library, which has a picture of the cat and the hat on. And it has thing 1 and thing 2 as well. And when we had World Book Day, I dressed up as the Cat in the Hat. And Laura, who you heard from earlier, she was one of the things, thing 1 and thing 2. And so was one of the other library assistants there. Oh, and I see Orson guessed the Cat in the Hat. So very well done. Right, are you ready? I will do my best. Now, normally when you read a story, you try and read it fairly slowly. But The Cat in the Hat and all the Dr Seuss books are ones that you really need to read quite fast. So I'll do my best not to trip over the words and to show you the pictures. So when I chose this book, I didn't realise what the weather was going to be like today, but it's kind of appropriate. So the sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. I hope you can see okay. Other picture. I sat there with Sally, we sat there we two, and I said, how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball, so we sat in the house. We did nothing at all. So all we could do was to sit, 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 and we did not like it, not one little bit. There we go. And then something went bump. How that bump made us jump. We looked, then we saw him step in on the mat. We looked and we saw him, the cat in the hat. And he said to us, why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun. That is funny. I know some good games we could play, said the cat. I know some new tricks, said the Cat in the Hat. A lot of good tricks, I will show them to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. Then Sally and I did not know what to say. Our mother was out of the house for the day. And our fish said, no, no, make that cat go away. Tell that Cat in the Hat you do not want to play. He should not be here. He should not be about. He should not be here when your mother is out. Now, now, have no fear, said the cat. My tricks are not bad, said the Cat in the Hat. Why, we can have lots of good fun if you wish, with a game that I call Up, Up, Up with a Fish. Put me down, said the fish. This is no fun at all. Put me down, said the fish. I do not wish to fall. no fear, said the cat. I will not let you fall. I will hold you up high as I stand on a ball, with a book on one hand and a cup on my hat. But that is not all I can do, said the cat. Look at me now, said the cat, with a cup and a cake on the top of my hat. I can hold up 2 books, I can hold up the fish, a little toy ship and some milk on a dish. And look, I can hop up and down on the ball, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. Look at me now. It is fun to have fun, but you have to know how. I can hold up the cup and the milk and the cake. I can hold up these books and the fish on a rake. I can hold the toy ship and the little toy man. And look, with my tail I can hold a red fan. I can fan with the fan as I hop on the ball, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. That is what the cat said. Then he fell on his head and he came down with a bump from up there on the ball. And Sally and I, we saw all the things fall. And the fish came down too, and he fell into a pot. He said, do I like this? Oh no, I do not. This is not a good game, said our fish as he lit. No, I do not like it, not one little bit. Now look what you did, said the fish to the cat. Now look at this house, look at this, look at that. You sank our toy ship, sank it deep in the cake. You shook up our house, you bent our new rake. You should not be here when our mother is not. You get out of this house, said the fish in the pot. But I like to be here. Oh, I like it a lot, said the cat in the hat to the fish in the pot. I will not go away. I do not wish to go. And so, said the cat in the hat, so, I will show you another good game that I know. And then he ran out, then fast as a fox, the cat in the hat came back in with a box, a big redwood box. It was shut with a hook. Now look at this trick, said the cat. Take a look. Then he got up on top with the tip of his hat. I call this game fun in a box, said the cat. In this box are 2 things I will show to you now. You will like these 2 things, said the cat with a bow. I will pick up the hook. You will see something new, 2 things, and I call them thing 1 and thing 2. These things will not bite you. They want to have fun. Then out of the box came thing 2 and thing 1. And they ran to us fast. They said, how do you do? Would you like to shake hands with thing 1 and thing 2? And Sally and I did not know what to do, so we had to shake hands with thing 1 and thing 2. We shook their 2 hands, and our fish said, no, no, those things should not be in this house. Make them go. They should not be here when your mother is not. Put them out, said the fish in the pot. Have no fear, little fish, said the cat in the hat. These things are good things, and he gave them a pat. They are tame, oh so tame, they have come here to play. They will give you some fun on this wet, wet, wet day. Here is a game that they like, said the cat. They like to fly kites, said the cat in the hat. No, not in the house, said the fish in the pot. They should not fly kites in a house. They should not. Oh, the things they will bump. Oh, the things they will hit. Oh, I do not like it, not one little bit. Then Sally and I saw them run down the hall. We saw those 2 things bump their kites on the wall. Bump, thump, thump, bump down the wall in the hall. Using my hat. Thing 2 and thing 1, they ran up, they ran down. On the string of one kite, we saw Mother's new gown, her gown with the dots that are pink, white, and red. Then we saw one kite bump on the head of her bed. Then these things ran about with big bumps, jumps, and kicks, and with hops and big thumps, and all kinds of bad tricks. And I said, I do not like the way that they play. If Mother could see this, oh, what would she say? Then our fish said, look, look! and our fish shook with fear. Your mother is on her way home, do you hear? Oh, what will she do to us? What will she say? Oh, she will not like it to find us this way. So do something fast, said the fish. Do you hear? I saw her, your mother is near. So as fast as you can, think of something to do. You will have to get rid of thing 1 and thing 2. So as fast as I could, I went after my net, and I said, with my net, I can get them, I bet. I bet with my net, I can get those things yet. Then I lay down my net, and it came down with a plop, and I had them at last. Those 2 things had to stop. Then I said to the cat, now you do as I say. You pack up those things and you take them away. Oh dear, said the cat, you did not like our game. Oh dear, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. Then he shut up the things in the box with the hook, and the cat went away with a sad sort of look. That is good, said the fish. He has gone away, yes, but your mother will come. She will find this big mess. And this mess is so big and so deep and so tall, we cannot pick it up. There is no way at all. What a mess! Who was back in the house? Why, the cat. Have no fear of this mess, said the cat in the hat. I always pick up all my playthings, and so I will show you another good trick that I know. Then we saw him pick up all the things that were down. He picked up the cake and the rake and the gown, and the milk and the strings and the books and the dish, and the fan and the cup and the ship and the fish. And he put them away. Then he said, that is that. And then he was gone with a tip of his hat. Then our mother came in and she said to us two, did you have any fun? Tell me, what did you do? And Sally and I did not know what to say. Should we tell her the things that went on there that day? Should we tell her about it? Now, what should we do? Well, what would you do if your mother asked you? There we go. I hope you enjoyed the Cat in the Hat. Wouldn't it be fabulous to have a machine like that to come and clear up all our mess?
We could do with that at school sometimes, I think, Mary.
I'm sure lots of houses could do with it, especially at the moment.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful retelling of the story of the Cat in the Hat. I don't know if anyone, I think everyone's been so taken by the story, they haven't put any questions in yet. But if you do have a question for Mary, now's your chance to type it into the comment box. I'm sure Mary would love to answer your questions.
Sorry, go on.
You go ahead.
He wrote over 60 books, so I wonder if anybody knows any titles of any of the other books he wrote. He wrote them because when he was young, which was a long, long while ago, he found the books he learned to read with rather boring, so he decided to write some books to learn to read with, which would be more fun.
And they definitely are really fun books. I know that we've got a number of Dr Seuss books in our library, and we've got those words on our library wall as well that you were talking about earlier on. So they're fantastic books, and I know many. I did have one of our people sent in a photo of them dressed up actually while you were talking. Let me set that up. There we go. Look.
Ah, fabulous! Excellent. Snap.
Indy, she's got a matching hat on, look, as she's listening. So thank you, Indy, for sharing that photo. It's always good to see. What at the moment, obviously, Mary, the library's closed, as lots of places are. What can people do if they want to get hold of books online? Are there resources that people can access?
There certainly are. If you're a library member, you can go onto the library's website and download ebooks. I know when Laura was on the other day, there was a question about this. Somebody was unsure when you had to select a library, what they should select. And if you're going to Cloud Library to get ebooks, it's Libraries West. When it asks for a library authority, you need to put Libraries West. If you're not a member of the library yet, you can join online at the moment. If you put into your search engine, Join Libraries West, you can click on a link and they'll give you a PIN number and a library card number, and you can go straight away and get the e-resources. If you go onto the Dorset Library's Facebook page, there's new stuff going on there every day. We've been recording rhyme times for little ones, which are available on the Dorset Library's Facebook page. We've been recording story times on there as well. And also any competitions that we're notified about, all the information goes on there. So there's writing competitions for children, there's colouring competitions, there was a Lego competition the other week. So do have a look on there. Also, if you go onto things like the Reading Agency website, or I know it's called the Summer Reading Challenge, but if you go on their website, they're putting things on all year round. If you're looking for ideas of what to read, then those websites will also give you ideas. But also you can look at, there's lots of book prizes for children's books. So there's things like the Lollies Book Prize, which is laugh out loud. So that gives you recommendations of books that will make you laugh out loud. The Carnegie and the Carnegie, the Blue Peter, the Kate Greenaway, all these book prizes will give you ideas of what things that might be good to read. Because a lot of people get recommendations from their friends about what to read, and that's more difficult at the moment. Or quite a lot of us, like me, tend to choose books by looking at the book covers, and obviously that's not so easy to do at the moment either. So yeah, have a look at those resources. There's lots and lots of things out there to give you ideas of what to read. And some of you, like me, I've got a pile of books by my bed that I never seem to get round to reading, so I'm trying to plough through one of those. And sometimes it's nice to read a book that you've read before that you enjoy. So the next book I'm about to read is this one, which is a Paddington Bear book. This is my reading group book for this month. So luckily we got hold of our reading group books before lockdown, and I'm going to be reading Paddington Bear next.
Fantastic. Oscar says that he has a Cat in the Hat costume and he wore it for World Book Day last year.
Oh, brilliant. Well, we're lucky that happened before lockdown and we all managed to have our costumes and have a nice time for World Book Day.
Indy's saying that she loved that story and thank you.
That's good.
We've got Oscar has 5 Dr Seuss books. His favourite one is One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish.
Oh yes, that's a really good one. Yeah, I've got a couple of others here that I've got in my library at home. I've got Fox in Socks, so I don't know whether anybody's read Fox in Socks. And this is a more unusual one, Thidwig the Big-Hearted Moose. So, and I've got a son called Sam. So one of the favourite ones at home as well is Green Eggs and Ham. That's Sam I am, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Well, Alexi said, what's your favourite Dr Seuss book? My favourite is Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh, there you go. That's brilliant. I think my favourite is, I haven't got it here, but there's one called The Cat in the Hat Comes Back, which is all about the children having to shovel snow and the cat in the hat coming to help. And that was the very first Dr Seuss book I remember reading when I was a child. So that's why that's my favourite.
Caroline's this question for me, would it be possible to put a list of resources on a PAL learning slide? We'll definitely do that. There was a letter that went home probably about 2 weeks ago now with information about how you can get access to the online resources in the library, but I'll make sure that we resend that information out and we put it on one of the slides in the coming days so that all parents will be able to see that as well. So that we'll definitely do that. That's not a problem at all. So thank you very much, Mary, for joining us. It was a lovely story, and we're pleased to see you embracing the costume as well. You fit in very well at the principal.
Wow. You're a hard act to follow, but you know.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much. We will see you again. We'll say goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you very much. Brilliant.
Wonderful to have her join us for assembly today. Mr Spracklen, that's me, has put out on Twitter that we're looking for some more people to lead our assembly. So if you know anyone that would make a great assembly guest, get them to email me or have a look on Twitter and they'll find an invitation there. So looking forward to seeing some more guests join us in the coming weeks. We will be back at 4 o'clock for today at PAL, where we're looking forward to seeing what everyone's been up to. Do keep sending your work through. We look at everything you send through and can't wait to see what you're getting up to. Take care now, everyone. Bye-bye.